Hey, how are you? Who am I? Who am I? I'm a man that spent 7 years in the United States Marine Corps. I don't have any ill will towards the United States Marine Corps. However, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have some resentments towards some of the people I worked with. I'm working on it. Who am I? Well, I'm a recovering alcoholic addict. I've been sober for 9.5 years. I think the world's just a little bit better off without me imbibing. Who am I? I'm a human that suffers from agoraphobia, depression, and anxiety. I also have some learning disabilities. My memory's not so great. I'm dyslexic. These things don't, I can't do the things that other people do. They just mean a lot of times it just takes me a little bit more work to get the same results. And I say that more to myself than to you, because I do go through periods of feeling less than, feeling like maybe I'm not enough. It happens. So a few years ago, my agoraphobia was getting pretty bad. And I was just isolating more and more. And making plans and then canceling plans with people I actually did want to see. So I was out and about at one point, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I said, hey man, I just wish I had somebody I could go hike with, get me out of the house. And he's like, I want to go hike. Let's go hike. And I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, okay. So we started hiking every week, and got me out of the house, socialized a little bit, and a little bit of exercise too, which is good. So into last year, my brain started thinking about when I was a kid, and I had a buddy named Jason. Well, him and his dad used to take me skiing, and they used to take me hiking. And we did parts of the Appalachian Trail. We did Mount Madison, Mount Lafayette, Mount Washington. And really made an impact on me. And so as me and my buddy were hiking a bunch, I started having all these memories when I was a kid, and I started thinking about the Appalachian Trail, and I thought, I would love to do something like that, but I can't do something like that. That's for other people. But as I really thought about it, I started realizing, hey, look, I'm single. I don't got any kids. I don't have a dog to take care of. why can't I do something like that? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I can actually do something like this. So I gave my landlord notice, put everything I put everything I own in storage, and started to make my plans to hike the Appalachian Trail last year. So my plan was to leave on April 2nd. Then we got on lockdown, so my plans got canceled. So my plan, as of now, is to hike this upcoming year. So if I was able to go in 2020, which I wasn't, it was going to be pretty awesome, because when I got up towards New Hampshire, which would have been maybe September, I was supposed to meet up with my buddy Jason and his dad, and they were going to do part with me, and it would have been cool. But my hike got canceled, and Jason died of MS complications maybe about a month or two after that. So I didn't get to hang out with my buddy again. But one thing I'm actually excited about is when I go in 2021, me and his dad are still going to meet up. And I think that'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. Who am I? I'm an actor. I wasn't really raised with the arts or anything. So I got sober in 2011. And, 2012, I guess 2011, kind of looked around my life and thought to myself, my job sucks. My life sucks. So, to be honest, I crashed my car on purpose, hoping it would take me out. It didn't. I didn't even get a scratched fingernail. But started thinking about it after that. I said, all right, well, what are my other options? So I decided to go back to school. And like I said, I have learning disabilities. I didn't know that at the time. I just thought I was stupid. So I went back to school, and I was terrified. Got some nice vanilla sky behind me here. So I thought, well, I'll just take, some creative courses. So because I was going with the GI Bill, I had to choose a major, even though I had no idea what I wanted to study. So, how's that? Let's try that. So I took a lot of graphic design stuff, and I said, well, I'm going to get a degree in graphic design. And I did mostly electives that first semester because, like I said, I was terrified that I was stupid. So one of the courses I took that was an elective, and I thought, well, it'll be easy, whatever, was I took an Acting 1 class. And in that class, I met a lot of very emotionally available people. And me being the background that I come from, 7 years in the Marine Corps and grew up south of Boston, Massachusetts, I thought, wow, all these people are full of crap. Well, I was wrong, number one. Number two, I was also wrong about this being an easy class. It was not easy. It was very difficult for me. I didn't get it. Well, at one point the professor says, if you want extra credit, there's a play reading. And if you go to see it, you get extra credit. And it was like, I think $1 a ticket or something. It was basically just over at the library, local library. And it wasn't to make money. It was just possibly raising money for the library or something. I don't know. I don't remember. At the time, I didn't care. But essentially, it wasn't a for-profit thing. Anyway, the play was The Normal Heart by Larry Kramer. I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of the author. I was not prepared. So essentially, it was just anybody who's never been to a play reading. It's just a bunch of music stands, all the actors dressed in black, and they're just reading the play. And you have one person off to the side, and they're doing all the stage direction so that people can understand what is actually happening, besides just the words coming out of the actors. I thought, well, this is kind of dumb. But like I said, I was not prepared. Not only did I see every costume in that show, I saw every set. I saw every stage direction. My brain saw that whole production. Completely changed my outlook on theater. Completely changed my outlook on life. I don't remember a single actor that was in it. I could probably find out easy enough. But I ended up pursuing 2 majors. So the GI Bill was paying for the first, which was graphic design. And then I thought, well, I'll just take an extra. On top of all that, I'll just do theater out of my own pocket and study all that stuff. I'm not an actor, though, of course, at the time. I thought, no, I'm a techie. I'm a tech guy, you know. Ran the soundboard, did backstage stuff. Well, while I was still in this kind of state, and I was still fairly newly sober, maybe a year and a few months, I took an acting for the camera class. And the teacher had us watch a movie. And apparently it was his first class teaching over there at the college I was going to. And he showed us the movie, and then afterwards he's like, this is my favorite movie, blah, 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 blah. And all the other kids were like, oh, great. And I say kids because they were all, you know, a lot younger than I was. And that's how I thought of them at the time. But they were adults. They were all pretty awesome, actually. But I was still kind of in that outsider mind space. And I accidentally told him that I hated the movie. And I thought it was the biggest piece of crap I'd ever seen. And like, just watched him kind of crumble a little bit. And like, looking back on that, I actually feel really bad. Sometime later, maybe about 9 months later, after that, there was an audition for a play. The Matchmaker, Thornton Wilder. And I thought, well, I mean, I'm not an actor, but, you know, I've been studying acting and I've been studying theater, and maybe I should at least try it. I thought, well, I'll audition. And if I end up in the play, maybe this will be something I can maybe experiment with and do just a little bit. And if I don't get cast, I'll never audition for anything as long as I live. I'll just, you know, be a backstage guy. It'll be fun. Well, I got cast. Small role as the cab man. But holy crap, did I enjoy that. So there's a thing about performing on stage that affects me. I don't know how it affects other people, but for me, I discovered, not necessarily in the rehearsal process, but once we're performing in front of an audience, I kind of lose all that other nonsense in my head, and I can be so nervous right before I walk out on stage, but as soon as I'm on stage, I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm completely in the moment. And the only times I can think of in my life where I was completely in the moment like that, number one, working with power tools. If you're working with an electric saw and you are not in the moment, you're going to cut your thumb off. The other time is on a surfboard. If you are not in the moment on a surfboard, the waves are going to roll you over. And they're going to go down. Who am I? I'm a guy with tattoos. I haven't got any since maybe 2003. I'm a little uneven as far as balance left and right goes. I think maybe one of these days I'll get more. But I don't have anything right now that I want. So I don't get any more. When that time comes, I'm open to it. My plan when I was in the Marine Corps was to get so many tattoos that they all connected. And then when somebody said, how many tattoos you got? Because you'd ask people and they'd say, oh, I got 7. Oh, I got 13. For me, I always wanted to go, huh, just one. Who am I? I'm a guy that likes working out. You know, when I got out of the Marines, I basically said to myself, I'm never running again. I'm never going to do another push-up. And honestly, I had zero desire to work out at all when I got out. But after a little bit of time in sobriety, happened to look myself in the mirror, you know, sideways. And I kind of looked like Jar Jar Binks from the side, or Gollum. I said, oh, I gotta start doing something. So for a while there, I was going to the gym pretty hard. Just doing 5x5, then eventually adding in pull-ups onto that 5x5 and adding different curls, and had myself a whole routine that I was doing for a while. And when the pandemic hit, I started working out with rings. Over the last couple months, all I've been doing is hiking and doing yoga. But I think I'm going to start doing strength training again with the rings. I think I'll do a video on that here eventually, maybe 2, to see what kind of workouts I end up with. Just never saw myself as like a workout guy, getting in shape kind of guy. But gotta tell you, I do like it. Sometimes I hate the actual working out part, but I love the feeling afterwards. My body feels good. My brain feels good. And to tell you the honest truth, I think it helps with my anxiety and my depression. So I lied earlier. There is something else where I feel like I'm in the moment. When I'm working out, I'm in the moment. Mainly because if I'm not really concentrating on my form, I'm not doing things correctly, I'm going to hurt a lot of old injuries that I got from when I was wrestling when I was younger and from the Marine Corps. Who am I? I'm a guy who's trying to be a better human today than he was yesterday. Who am I? I'm a guy that loves sci-fi. Give me Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who. Love it all. So it's a little bit about me. I suppose I have to say like and subscribe. That's a thing. I don't know. See you next week.